Hi, this is Jamey from Stonemaier Games, and today I'm going to talk about my favorite mechanism in Aurum. This is a partnership trick-taking game, competitive game with partners that has some really interesting twists to it. Uniquely, so most trick-taking games, if I lead with, say, a red card, and you have a red card, typically you need to follow. You need to play a red card to follow the card that I led with. In Aurum, though, it's the opposite. This is a can't follow trick-taking game. So if I play a red card, you are not allowed to play a red card to follow that card. No one else at the table can play a red card. And the round ends in Aurum. In fact, the round ends when a player can't play a card that is not a suit that hasn't already been played. I thought there were four. Looks like there are four suits in the game plus a wild suit. So you can see, I'm sorry, there are 5 total suits in the game plus a wild suit. So you can see those colors on the back here. The wild suit is the yellow card over there. So there are 5 suits. So even in a 4-player game, there is a likely chance, at least for the first half of the round, at least, maybe even the first 2/3, that every player will have a card they can play. But this is a little part of the hook of the game, that you don't know exactly when the round will end, because unexpectedly a player may not have a card of the suit that they need to play, or a suit that hasn't been played yet, and the round or the hand will instantly be over. So that's one interesting little hook, that an unexpected end of round state based on this can't follow rule. There's also some clever little twists with these yellow cards. I'll talk about them very briefly. Again, it's a partnership game, and so I'm playing cards, my partner's also playing a card. I'm fine with either of us winning that trick. But there's a little extra edge to it, which is that not only are you trying to have the highest card in the suit, in the trick of the lead card, that will win the trick, but you are also trying to have the lowest value card. I'm sorry, I said lead suit, not of the lead suit. This is a can't follow game. Not only you're trying to have the highest number, you are also trying to have the lowest number, because the lowest number wins one of these yellow cards. And the yellow cards at the end of the round are worth points if you still have them, or they can be played in the place of another card during the game as a trump card, as a wild card. And so they're super helpful to get, especially early in the round, so you have that flexibility of playing a trump card or retaining those points into the end of the round. That's a neat little hook. However, I think my favorite mechanism of the game is something that I didn't really realize until I thought about the game for a little while, and that is that in Aurum, there are points. You are accumulating points each hand. However, you don't need to remember those points. You look at the points of your team versus the other team at the end of a hand, and whoever has the most points gets a little token. I should pull that out and show you. Also, nice little gold foil box. I think that's a neat little touch to make it feel a little extra precious. There are 3 chunky crystal tokens in here. The goal of a game of Aurum is to win 2 of these. So the goal is to win 2 rounds, and you track it with these gold nuggets. I thought this was really clever, that you aren't keeping score. You aren't looking for your score to accumulate throughout the round. All you are trying to do each round is have more points than the opposing team. Even just 1 more point will do it. And if you accomplish that goal, you get one of these tokens. If you have 2 tokens, you win the game. I guess it's a little bit like Love Letter. Love Letter doesn't have an accumulation of points, but it does have a system like this where you're trying to have a certain number of gems to win the game. But I thought that was a really clever little twist in a trick-taking game, where most trick-taking games have that accumulation of score. This one doesn't. Those are my favorite mechanisms in Aurum. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below if you've played it, or if you can think of another trick-taking game where you aren't accumulating points from round to round, but rather just trying to have more points than your opponents or an opposing team in any given round, and that is the only thing that carries over until the next round. Yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks.